And we are back on the build phase. I'm your host, Mr. Ben, and today we're going to talk about something a little bit different than what we normally do. This is still kind of adjacent to tabletop gaming, and that is Demeo. Now, I was first introduced to Demeo when it was only available as a virtual reality game. Now, while you play this in VR, it is very much a tabletop game. You're moving miniatures around a virtual table, you're rolling a virtual dice, and now that it's out on PC, I've played it even more because it's a little bit easier to play a game on a flat computer screen than strapping those goggles on. I like it a lot in both formats. And one thing that I noticed is there is not a video available showing the cosmetic unlocks that you get in this game, levels 46 through 60. So that's what we're going to do today. All right, let's dive right in. All right, so starting here at level 46, we have the Lawbiter gloves, used by lawbiters, standard issue, and equipped with extra weight for punching. Now, the extra weight on these gloves, I think I have determined, is this little flare right back here, because that's a feature that is not on any of the other gloves that you can unlock. There's also a little bit more metal here on the fingers, although why the fingertips having more metal on them would give you extra weight for punching when you punch with. Anyway, kind of a funny description, very cool looking unlock. Next we have level 47, the Thygolian Die, made from the finest Thygolian steel available. Now, the texturing and detail on this die does look very cool, particularly in VR, but for me personally, I tend to like flatter, less patterns. I'm not as into the busy texture, but that does look cool. Now, there's a little bit of a drawback here with the masks in that it's really hard to get video footage of the masks because I can't film myself. And as such, I didn't want to try to just play games and hope for the right matchmaking. So this is as much of the mask as we're going to get in here. The Rad Mask, it won't get more gnarly than this awesome headgear. In full 3D, this definitely looks cooler than this picture, but this is what I have. The Altar. Now this is definitely the coolest base in the game, which makes sense because you're unlocking it so late in the game. Nowadays not in use, but it has seen a fair amount of blood and offerings. Now this white texturing on here actually lights up a different color depending upon which player you are in the player order. So you can see here how cool it looks in all four of the different available colors. Level 50. Now this is the first of these high level skins, and I'm probably going to repeat myself on this because they all look so good. Elven Deadeye. The elves were once unsurpassed as bowmen. The cosmetic changes that you get with these high level skins are pretty significant, and they all look great. Bright Elf Glove. I love this flavor text here. Maybe an elf wore this. Maybe? I'm unlocking this at level 51 and maybe somebody cool wore it. You can see there's much less metal on this, so it's not as effective for punching. Fire Breath Die, one of the best dice in the game. This thing looks so cool. While, again, texturing isn't my favorite kind of thing, the way this one looks like fire is really neat. Dragons may be extinct, but still, their breath can be conjured by those skilled enough, which if you get to level 52, you become skilled enough. Next we have Elven Archer, unlocked at level 53, worn by the Bright Elf Vanguards before the fall. Again, this outfit looks incredible. I notice it's worn by the elves. Now, we kill a lot of elves in this game, and I have not looked that deeply into the lore, but the fall, it seems like the elves used to not be psycho killers in all these dungeons. I don't know what happened to them. Bad day, I guess. Next up, Fanja's hand. She is found next to him in the family grave, her dim hand being illuminated by his, making the tomb burn bright. Now, this is not the highest level glove unlock, but it is the most significant, cosmetically different. I really like being able to hold the hand up and you can see between each of the bones. This is the most striking glove, the most unique glove in the game. Very cool. Unlocked at level 54. Now, Rex Skull, very cool unlock, kind of a unique looking one. Again, the description is cosmetics, mass cosmetic, Rex Skull description, which doesn't tell us very much. Now, we do have another menu we can look at. Unfortunately, this says missing description localization, so that doesn't help us there either. I don't know what the exact flavor text is on Rex Skull, but it does look extremely cool. Next up, we have the Elven Champion. This is again a significant cosmetic difference from all the other skins available for this character. Armor made by the Bright Elves before the fall. Again, a reference to how cool the elves were before whatever the fall is. Finally, we have the Dritz Dye, carved out of the tree trunk stemming from Dritz Forest and instilled with the forest's dreaded curse. This is my favorite dye in the game. I love the flat black. I like how the neon green pops. It looks really cool both on a flat screen as well as in VR. This is easily my favorite dye, unlocked at level 57. Level 58, this is our last glove upgrade. Dimwork Gloves absorbs more light than it casts off. Good for underhand moves. Now this kind of goes back to the more traditional glove. Now it does have some more flourish. It's got a little more detail to it than a lot of the other glove unlocks, but it is not as significant a difference as Fanja's Hand, which surprises me that this is a higher ranked, more rare unlock. Looks very cool nonetheless. 59, Archmage Attire. Show your mastery of the powers of Alfrog. This is the cool, in my opinion, this is the coolest unlockable skin for any of the characters. Mage is my least favorite class, but this is by far the coolest skin. And finally, level 60, the Prankster. For those who want to make others giggle, I love these goggles. Little bit theme breaking from kind of the general gist of the Demeo theme, but just perfect. So that is all 60 unlocks that we get. We have a new upgrade or a new expansion coming here within the next few weeks, and hopefully we'll have a few more things to chase after at that point. Till then, go win some games.